If you're watching this or listening, you probably like video games. Well, thanks to Mercari for sponsoring this segment of the CU podcast and giving us a great way to both buy and sell retro games.
Say you want to make some extra cash, but you've always thought selling online is a little complicated.
Can be.
It can be a little annoying. Well, good news. Mercari is one of the simplest platforms to use.
And Mercari makes it simple by using either their website or their mobile app. So right now, we have games and toys that we can sell laying around. I'm sure if you look around, you can find that stuff. Mercari's not built for the big reseller, the corporate person. It's for the average person to easily sell the stuff they got laying around. I'm going to show you how simple it is. I got this box copy of Blaster Master for the NES. I'm going to list it right now and show you step by step how simple and quick it can be. Here's how it works. You start on Mercari's home screen right here. Now click Sell on the top right corner. It brings up the page where you upload your product pictures. I have 4 of Blaster Master and I can drag them to reorder them easily. You can then add the title and the description, as short or as long as you'd like. Mercari suggested the category of video game for me automatically, so that's good. I click that. Brand, Nintendo. Choose the game platform, Nintendo NES. You can input the title of the game. Then you choose the condition. Now you set the price you want to sell the game at, but there's also a smart pricing option and the floor price for the lowest that you're willing to accept, and I love this. Mercari tells you how much you'll earn on the sale after fees. You then click List Item, and that's it. Blaster Master is now ready to go. It's that easy to put something up for sale. Thanks again to Mercari for sponsoring this video. Click on the link in the description below to check out Mercari and start selling right now. Ian, we got voicemails.
We do.
You go to anchor.fm/the podcast, and you can leave us messages and tell us how much you like or you hate us. Hopefully it's not the latter. Hopefully it is the former.
Hey, Pat and Ian. It's Nick in Indianapolis, Indiana. Quick question. Nintendo Switch has a lot of games out physically already. There's companies like Limited Run Games and Super Rare Games that are fairly new to the market of video game collecting. Do you think these Switch games with outrageous prices already will continue climbing in value? Do you think collectors will want to seek out these games in the future with already thousands of physical games on the platform? Thanks.
It's not thousands of physical games.
Not thousands. There's thousands of games.
There's thousands of games. Yeah, there's hundreds of games.
Yeah, I do think the prices will keep going up. Open pre-orders, I think, in my opinion, more or less absolves Limited Run of, any blame here. If you want it, you've got a long time to get it. All games are limited to a certain degree. And it's like we said, I hated the messaging that Nintendo put on the Super Mario 3D World.
Or 6 months.
Super Mario 3D All-Stars. But that's
like any game, though.
That's any game that's getting one print run. It's not that crazy. So if you pay, but yes, we have seen even with open pre-orders, some of these games are continuing to go up in price and sell for high amounts. And I think that will. And my reason for that is I think the Switch is the first time in a long time there's something about the Switch that feels collectible, and that's not just me, but my boss and my friend Treg recently got back into game collecting through the Switch. He's all about it, buying up Switch games. And I think a lot of people do. I don't buy physical games for my PS4. I don't buy physical stuff on my PC, obviously, but I still like to buy physical on the Switch when I can. There's something I like about collecting for it. And as long as there is a collector's market, you are going to see good games that have lower print runs than what we may have been seeing, for actual mass release AAA titles. The prices are going to get expensive.
Hey, this question is for Pat. My name's Ed. I just wanted to know if you could confirm the origin of 2 of your trademark asides, one being lately and the other one being evolution. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, the evolution is a mystery. It's a song from the Evolution group. Oh, was that like early 2000s with Randy Orton, Dave Bautista, Ric Flair, and Triple H. And then lately, did you ever hear a clap? Is that what I do that sometimes? Lately, is that what did I ever do lately? Ian? No. Okay, I think that's what I probably did that once or twice. That's where it comes from. All right, next.
Hey, Pat and Ian. This is Sean from Youngstown, Ohio. I was just curious
where Al Bundy's
if you
from.
Think that third-party controllers have met or exceeded OEM expectations now that technology is improved.
Question for you.
I asked this especially because I saw the new Retro Fighters controllers for the N64, and they look pretty nice. You guys run a great podcast. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, Sean. I would say, I think we've gotten over the decades that third-party stuff has slowly crept up to like catch up.
We have, in my experience, I think we have gotten to the point where most third-party stuff is. We're getting to the point where there is comparable, at the very least, there's comparable third-party controllers to replace your old vintage gaming controllers. The stuff that I've been able to check out from Retrobit and yes, provided to me, to check out, I've been really happy with all of that. I am less happy with Hyperkin in terms of a percentage of their stuff that is good, but the stuff that they do make that is good.
So within their run, it's some the quality varies.
No, it's more like not even within the run. It's like I can stand behind like their N64 controllers. They call them cadets. The cadet controllers, really good. I've had no problems with them. No one's ever brought them back. They're very similar in shape to the originals.
The one in the clamshell packaging?
No, it's in a cardboard box.
Okay.
They're like really nice controllers, and everyone seems to love them. There are definitely things I've tried from Limited Run. Hyperkin that I don't like. I don't like their TurboGrafx 16 controller.
Okay.
The D-pad sucks. But there are definitely, I think for every retro system out there, there is probably a good third-party solution for you.
Got it. Next.
Hey, what's up, Pat and Ian? This is Brad from Orange County, California. I was just listening to the episode where Ian was talking about good cover-based shooters, and he talked about Tom Clancy's The Division. I haven't played that one, but I'm a huge retro gamer, and the one that I love is Winback for the Nintendo 64. Pat might have even reviewed it for a certain upcoming N64 guidebook.
What?
But anyway, it's a great cover-based shooter.
So Winback.
Everyone's told me to play it, and I haven't yet.
I haven't played that, but if it's cover-based, that's interesting. So I don't know if the N64... besides that, what would it have with a cover-based shooter?
Nothing. It's probably unique to the system. But everyone's always told me to play Winback.
I did not review that.
And thank you for reminding me. I will definitely attempt to do that next time I see a copy come in.
I think that was reviewed already. I do not have that one. I did not take any first-person or third-person shooters. I wanted to, but I was like, I'll let others handle that. But I was curious about it. GoldenEye's still up for grabs. Someone's gonna do GoldenEye.
Hey, Pat, Ian. Just a quick hypothetical. Had Super Mario Bros. 2 Japan come to the U.S. circa 86, would it have been a black box game?
Would have been a black box game. It probably would have. I'm trying to think. There were no sequels that were black box games. There were none that like, hey, this is the second one.
Yeah.
Junior doesn't count. That was an early arcade.
Right. It was already released.
Talk about the time. It wasn't like an Ice Climber 2. That's what I mean. Or Donkey Kong 3. Next.
Hey, Pat and Ian. This is Andrew from Buffalo. Got a quick question for Ian today.
What's up?
Ian, as we all know, you're Buffalo's favorite son.
Oh.
So if someone like Melinda Gates were to approach you and offer to finance a run for the mayor of the city, what would you do? Would you run?
He's going to run for mayor. That'll be a day.
If you won, what would you do? Would you give Pat the key to the city? Raise taxes on your childhood bully? Decree that the Anchor Bar's wings are actually overrated? I'm very interested to find out. Also, Pat, how would you run your spoiler campaign against him? Well, either way, guys, thanks a lot for the great show and keep them coming.
So there's some inside Buffalo humor there.
Yeah, I probably would not actually run for mayor. I have no real interest in politics.
Mayor.
But that's a fun question to think about.
Mayor.
I would actually, but to touch on something, I would actually declare Anchor Bar's wings just fine.
Oh. Okay.
So here's the deal. For a long time, so in Buffalo, lots of places make wings. Lots of places make great wings. But it always falls down to, if you want to go to look at the classic battle, it's between Anchor Bar, the supposed birthplace of wings, and Duff's. And I have always fallen on Team Duff's when it comes to which wings are actually better. I think Duff's knock Anchor Bar out of the water. Never thought Anchor Bar had bad wings, but compared to other places you could go, there are just always better places to go. However, there is one other Anchor Bar location in Anaheim. And it opened, I want to say, within the past few years. And when I went up there for a baseball game recently, my buddies and I, 4 out of the 5 of us, all being from Buffalo, went to the Anchor Bar and got wings. And you know what? I'm sure part of it is because I have been out of Buffalo for so long, and finding actual good wings in San Diego is impossible. Their wings were a lot better than I gave them credit for.
Okay.
I'm still a Duff's guy, but Anchor Bar's wings, they're fine. They're fine.
Okay.
Oh, also, I'm really big into India Walton, and it looks like she's going to be the next mayor of Buffalo.
The Buffalo listeners are going ecstatic right now, Ian. They're like, "Yes, Ian, you tell the wings like it is to us." All right, next.
Hey, Pat and Ian. This is Dee from South Carolina. My husband has a massive game collection and has an app on his phone which keeps track of the value of each individual game but categorizes by console as well. The problem is he changed his password on his phone. Okay. So how am I supposed to access the app to sell his games if anything happens to him?
Wait a minute, D. Why do you have the password to the phone? Were you supposed to have the password? Okay, that's how it is. Okay. Oh man, this is what I'm gonna say. We tried this before. What happens if like someone dies and you got to sell these games? It's not easy. It can be overwhelming. If I pass away, you know, would my family hire Ian to like help sell all this shit? I mean, how would you'd have to hire someone you trust that wouldn't just like rob you blind,
right?
And be like, oh, Ian can be like, oh, you know, I'm not saying you do it, but like if you hire somebody like, oh, this game is worth nothing, I'll just take this one, and you take fucking Magical Chase. You know, like you have to trust someone to be honest that would also help you price all this stuff. We're talking, you know, thousands of unique stuff where like you may not be selling thousands of unique things, but you got to still pick out the ones that are valuable and sell them separately. You have to help the people out.
Yeah,
you're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot. It's rough. That's the only thing I can say. You got to hire someone, or else you trust the local game store to just give you pennies on the dollar, just take it all away and give me like 25 or 30% cash, maybe. But you probably won't even get that deal if it's a lot of stuff they don't want. I don't know. Depends also how good the stuff is, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? You think about if you have to take care of the stuff if I keel over, you're like, Pat, please don't die.
I really want to talk about Tommy Tallarico threatening legal action right now.
Oh, go for it, Ian. Is this an update?
Yeah.
Update.
So
to a previous segment?
This is pretty impressive. He is, let me just find that link again. Here it is. In response to Sam Mekovich actually posting the article himself, Tommy Tallarico responded, and I'm sure with plenty of, no smiley emojis, surprisingly. No. So he's serious. Way to post copywritten confidential information not for the public, as well as other info that is false. We'll make sure the folks at Ars Technica are aware. Legal incoming. Enjoy. That is a dude having a big wet shit on the internet. There is no leg for you to stand on. It's your fault you didn't fucking secure your own information. He's simply reporting on the information he had. And you are asking for a pile on at this point.
You are not going to get far with that.
You think you can keep bullying people around, Tommy, but you can't.
No. You are not getting far.
This bully fucking...
A reporter is allowed to report on things. That is not illegal. This will get laughed at. This will get laughed at. Sorry, back to our regularly scheduled stuff. Where were we just at? The value. Okay, next.
Hey, guys, Army of the Dead has been on Netflix for more than a week now. Ian, you can't just say you're going to watch a Zack Snyder film and then not give us a review.
You're right.
We await what you have to say.
Well, should this be the first?
Should be the first of our movie segment.
Review?
Yeah.
All right. Should we watch it together and record a commentary, or just we got to watch it? God, you're gonna make me watch a Zack Snyder movie? You gonna do that? All right, next.
Hey, Pat. Hey, Ian. It's Foxandra from New Jersey, renowned voice actress according to Ian.
Yeah.
What?
I was listening to the segment the other day about Comic-Con pronouncing Smash Brothers. Listen, the only con I know these days is the con of my ex convincing me to date him for a year. Oh. Let me tell you, the only smash he was doing was on a CRT. So anyway, I heard you two talking about SNES and SNES, and I can't help but have some opinions. First of all, Super NES is like 5 syllables, which is the same as saying Super Nintendo. So what's up with that? Just say Super Nintendo. You think you're fancy or something?
I love this, by the way. I love this shtick. It's good. Hold on.
And you know what me and my brothers, that's right, my brothers, not my bros, would say? we'd say sneeze, because we'd be like, hey, let's go play something on the Z sneeze. Now that I think about it, that was around the time I worked in a bagel shop. And Pat, that reminds me, we always called it Taylor ham. All that talk of pork roll, and I didn't know what you were on about. Yeah, that's some good stuff, though. And wait, how much time?
All right. I'm not familiar with this individual, Boxandro.
They're a streamer and a very fun person to follow on Twitter.
I will say that I love the attempt at the Jersey accent. You're probably not from Jersey though, but I like the attempt at like the North Jersey accent, like the Bayonne accent.
She picked the accent though and stuck with it. It did not fluctuate. That's where I'm going to give some points there.
No, that's very good.
Unlike our Australian friend who tried to do it, but,
but
couldn't get any consistency.
No, that was good.
She was very consistent with the Jersey accent.
No, that's if you told me that person wasn't a voice actress, I believe. Yeah,
they're also not. That's a running joke. They said they were doing voice acting for something, and I was like, "Oh, really? Congratulations!" And they were like, "No, I'm not actually doing it. Did you listen to the clip I posted?" And it was them doing a Jersey accent.
That's a good cartoonish. That's like a Jersey accent you hear in The Simpsons.
I like your voice. You have a nice voice.
What's up with that? No, I like that. I like that a lot. We'll do a couple more.
Hey guys, this is Tim from Louisville, Kentucky. Love the podcast. Work in the steel mill.
I love this. You get Jersey, you get Kentucky, you get Buffalo, you get the UK. We're international. Oh, sorry.
Steel mill. So you guys have got me through a few long 12-hour nights.
Steel mill. Awesome.
My question is regarding graded games. Do you think companies like Wata and other grading companies, do they have an obligation to do population reports for the games they grade? It just seems like a few were bidding on a game and come to find out there was thousands of that grade. It would make it worth a lot less. So interested to hear what you have to say, and keep up the good work.
No one's listening to me about this anymore. I don't think we've got any friends left at Wata for
we never had friends at Wata, technically.
For commenting on some of the things that I've found odd. But yes, I do think a population report would go a long way to making this feel better.
It'd be ethical. If they had ethics, they would do it. They know what passes through their grading warehouse. They have the numbers internally. I can probably guarantee you. But the reason why they don't release them is because then you'd realize, wait a second, there's how many billions of sealed Atari Spider-Man games out there that anyone can look up at any time. And then therefore you won't be bidding thousands of dollars, and then you won't have everyone else sending in all their Atari. It would hurt their business to file population reports. That's the answer. It wouldn't help them in any way. It would just hurt them. The only way you can actually, it could help if there was like weird esoteric titles that I looked up. Hey, I got this copy of Winter Games laying around sealed that I bid on by accident. And are there any others that are being created? Oh, there's only 2. Maybe this is rare. So there could actually be some help, I think, to the market. But it would overall be, I think, a net negative, I think.
Yeah.
You agree? Like, it'd probably be a net negative overall if they released every population number for every game?
The value would certainly drop, yes, I think.
And then if the value drops, you get less people likely to get them graded. Because then why would I get it graded if that game's there's like 1 billion of those Spider-Man games and it's only worth $200 at this point? Why would I get it, graded? It makes sense. All right, one more here.
Tommy Tallarico has entered the chat. I thought I explained with all this stock photo hullabaloo of Photoshop and Amico controllers into kids' hands that this is exactly what stock photos are used for. When you try to get real kids to play your game system and they just immediately start crying for hours. And you can't yell at them because I tried that. I said, knock it off, you little monsters! This is a family system and you are having fun right now! That didn't work, though. I don't know why. I originally wanted to get pictures of celebrities playing the Amico, but everyone said no celebrity be caught dead with this thing, which is pretty harsh, but it turned a light bulb on in my head. Boom! Let's just dig up the dead ones. But then I realized everything's all politically correct now, and I'd get canceled, so I said, okay, put them back in the ground. You guys are still welcome to come play, by the way. Got a partnership with Papa John's for a pizza.
Oh, Tommy.
Oh.
You scamp, Tommy.
You lovable scamp.
You trying to go after Ars Technical and your partnerships with Papa John's.